Good morning. Welcome to Justsewsherrie. I'm Justsewsherrie here on YouTube and also over on Instagram as well. Well, hello. It's been 2 weeks. I said it would be two. Well, no. I said I might do a one, but I didn't, obviously. So today is Saturday. I was going to say it might be the 30th, but it's not. I know when the 30th is because payday. Today is the 28th of September 2024. Feeling a bit unnerved because I've got through my first few words without fluffing. So this is take one. If we do it in one take, it will be a miracle. So, and this is where I get lost, isn't it? What do I do now? Well, I went away, didn't I, to the Turtles' new opening. So she relaunched, she bought Pink Scissors Fabric, which is a fabric shop in Bridgend in South Wales. She bought that. She already had a business called Turtle Bay Stitches. Turtle Bay Stitches on Etsy for her project bags that she made, but she wanted to bring them all together. So she had a relaunch and she has now got it under Turtle Bay Textiles. So please, if you're around or about and you need some finishing fabric or you need some fabric for anything else, pop in, say hello, tell her I sent you. And it was fabulous. So we drove down, I drove down on the Friday. Actually, no, everybody did. So it was like a group of us that are quite good friends. So there's the turtle, the talking dog, Rachel, cross stitch Jess, and Soph. And we all congregated at Sophie's place on the Friday, and just had a catch up and cuddles and all that, just lush stitchy stuff. Although to be fair, we did see each other only a couple of weeks ago at Shelley's wedding, but it's always nice to see them. Oh, I miss them. And some of them are at Ladybird this weekend, so I hope they're having a fab retreat. It's one that I've not been to, but I do need to put it on my must visit list. Not next year because I've got enough on next year. This year has taught me less is more. Less is definitely more. So yeah, so we went to Sophie's place and we had the opening day on the other relaunch on the Saturday. And you know when and we all sort of discussed this afterwards, you know when you have that, oh please God, what if nobody turns up? What if nobody, oh my God. 11 o'clock came and it was just rammed. It was just rammed. After it finished at 3 o'clock, Sophie sort of looked at us and went, what just happened? What just happened? Like, it was so busy. Poor Sophie never stopped cutting out fabric and chatting to people. And we were all very busy as well. And I was over the moon. There's a little girl called Amber. Well, she's not a little girl, Amber. I won't call you a little girl. She is 12. Was that a little dust mite? I'm deciding to call them dust mites because there's an awful lot of them. And I'm starting to get a little bit freaked out. Yes, Amber, who is 12-year-old. And her grandma brought her, and she was starting. She'd started a first cross stitch, and she brought that in to show, and it was super. It was just heartwarming, and she wanted a new one, so we helped her kit it up. Now, when I was there, of course, you know you can only face one way at any one time, can't you? So I was facing the back. I know where I was, but I was facing like the back wall. and I was talking to somebody. I wasn't just standing in the corner, like facing the wall. Oh yeah, because I've got my Justsewsherrie as well. Um, so I was still at the back talking to somebody, and I had me back to the main sort of area of the shop. And it must have been Rachel, because she went, "Oh, look who's here." And I turned round and went, "Ah!" Yeah, it was that bloody Mama Loves You GB, Michelle. Every bloody time I turn me back, she just pops up. I mean, the lasses call me Polly Pocket because I can creep around like creeping Jesus, we would say up here. Oh, look at that, man. Creeping Jesus, we would say up here. And I can literally just sort of pop up anywhere. But she can do that as well. Only to me, it appears. So yes, Michelle turned up and she brought flowers for Sophie, which I thought was just heartwarming. Anyway, back to Amber. So Sophie is planning on doing some cross stitch stuff. She has got little bits in at the moment. You say that other one as well. She has got other bits in at the moment, and like some Ada. What on earth? Where was I going? Menopause brain has just decided to put an appearance. So she hasn't got DMC, but she has got some anchor in. And Amber wanted to kit it up. Amber and her grandma wanted to kit up. They chose, of course, a Primrose Cottage. And we wanted to kit her up. So I brought in the big guns, the designer, Michelle. I said, "Michelle, will you help this lady and this young lady kit up colour-wise?" So Michelle helped her, and I don't think Amber realised how very, very, very privileged she was. And I've told her she must give us update photos. I'd love to see how she's progressing. And I did tell her about Flosstube, and Rachel put some details on a little card for her with Rachel's Flosstube and mine. So if you're watching, Amber, your stitching is beautiful. And I hope you enjoy your Primrose Cottage. So speaking of Rachel, she was there as well, and she had a pop-up dog shop. She wasn't selling dogs, she was selling stitching patterns. Don't know why I said that. I think I'm feeling a little bit jumpy because this is still take one. So yeah, Rachel brought a pop-up shop. So how can you hear what? And the cats are screaming now. She brought a pop-up shop, and of course we had a sports through on the Friday, and then the Saturday, and then on the Sunday we were at a retreat, and she was there again. I like to think I'm just supporting me friends. So it's a beautiful sunrise. I never even said what time it is. We were on to 6:30 when I started. Been up early this morning. I was up early yesterday morning as well. So yes, it was fab. Basically, it was fab. And then on the Sunday, we went to Loopy Lou's retreat, just a day retreat in Cardiff, Pengolan, I think it was. It was a lovely little place actually. And the venue itself was fabulous, really bright and big and airy, and hardly any lights because you just didn't need them. And I met some fabulous people, stitchers, and I got some lovely gifts as well. And I got a lovely gift off somebody, as well as obviously purchasing some of my own lovely gifts. And that was really, really lovely as well. And then I was staying at a cottage, but I came home a day early, came home on Thursday because I was meant to come home on Friday. I was just needing to come home. And also the weather report wasn't great. We've had lots of storms here in the UK and an awful lot of wet weather, so I was a little bit concerned about all the weather warnings for the Friday. So I came home a day early on the Thursday. And I think my middle name should be Dorothy, because there's no place like home, isn't there not? No place like home. So that was that. That was the retreat. That was my tummy again. And sorry, everyone said like, yeah, we could, yeah, your tummy grumbling. Today I haven't actually got my microphone on because my laptop's fallen out of charge, and I need a double-ended one of these charger cables for both my microphone and my charging cable. So as much as I've got another port, I haven't got another double one of them wires. I've only got the one. So it's either microphone or charger. Justsewsherrie. I mean, Justsewsherries are just things that are usually quite funny or silly that happen in my world. This wasn't me, but it was very, very funny, and I still laugh about it now. So you all know the talking dog, Rachel, and Sophie, the turtle. So, oh my goodness. The sky is bright, bright, bright pink. Let me take a photo. I don't know if this is gonna... I don't know if it'll take a decent photo. If it does, Rachel's taught me how to insert photos. So if there's something here, I will be over the bloody moon. Imagine me dancing a jig. If you can see the sunrise. So, yes. Sophie left us in charge of the shop for 15 minutes on the Friday. What could possibly go wrong? Well, so she's got, obviously, bolts of fabric are all sort of stacked like this. So you can see them all. And on top she's got some, they're probably about my height high, 5 foot high. Sophie turned all of them round because she wanted it accessible. So for anybody who's in wheelchairs or, you know, people like me who are just short and can't reach. So she turned them round. Rachel decided she wanted a bolt of fabric off the top. Rachel lost a bolt of fabric down the back and then lost another one trying to get the first one back. So we had to do a rescue mission. So there was Rachel up, she was standing, oh, Sophie's got like a two-step stool thing. So she was standing on there trying to reach down the back. We were figuring out how to try and get the out that Sophie didn't know had lost half her fabric that she's meant to be selling down the back of the shelves. So we were on for about 10 minutes and we're like, how can this go wrong? She only left her for 15 minutes. So anyway, Rachel was obviously reaching down and she'd managed to get one out. And she was reaching again, and we were just all so thrilled to get one out that we were like, oh, great, we've got one, and chatting and la, la, la. And Rachel said, you just heard this tiny little voice, very polite voice, go, excuse me, guys, I wonder if someone can help me. My arm is like pinned behind the shelves. She was just so polite. And what was even funnier was that she was pinning it. So she was leaning on the thing. So she was pinning her own arm behind, but she couldn't push back because obviously that would then push it onto her arm even further. So she couldn't get out. She was stuck in a catch-22. She was, yeah. Excuse me, can somebody just help me? I'm about to lose my arm. Just if you don't mind, if you've got time. So yeah, so she got her arm out. Anyway, she was like, yeah, right, won't be doing that again. A few minutes later, guys, yeah, it's my other arm. She'd gone back to get the other bolt with her other arm and done exactly the same. So eventually we did manage to get all the bolts of fabric out, and we detached. What is it? You know when special forces go in and remove a target? That was it. We disengaged Rachel from the shelf situation, and God love her, she had big bruises the next day, sort of on her arms around here, on both arms. That one was really bad, the first one. The second one, it wasn't as bad, but it was still a nasty little bruise. But yeah, guys, can someone just if you don't mind, I'm about to lose my right arm. You know, I mean, it's nothing major. Just, I mean, have a cup of tea first. That's fine. That was fabulous. Right, I'm going to go and let this cat out because he's screaming, and I will be back in a split second. Cross stitch. And I've got my flosscat friend. Flosscat friend. I have got a flosscat. That is my new. See him, Jem? Are you my flosscat? Yes, I think he is. It used to always be Charlie, remember? But Scout's got rid of him. Scout hates Charlie, and he won't let him in. Jem, I love you, son, but no. The people don't want to see you, Bum. They don't. The problem is, I'm sitting on his chair. So, it's fine. He's found a nice bit of stitching to lie on instead. To be fair, it is a project bag, but anyway, where was I? Cross stitch. I've got 2 fully finishes, a finish, 4 new starts. Yes, 4. Some whips, some gifts that have all come in together. Well, come in over the last 2 weeks. I haven't actually ordered them over the last 2 weeks. I have also got the giveaway from last week, which was the Mama Loves You JB voucher, and also the giveaway that I forgot about and nobody gave me a kick up the rear end, the one from my whip parade. So yeah, I've got that at the end as well. I don't know what made me think of it, and I just thought, I don't think I've done that, and I haven't. So let's get started. September. I found it. It was in my drawer of doom. So I have finished and fully finished since you last saw it. So I found it in my drawer of doom with the threads because I've changed all 3 of the threads on here. Now, I was obviously thinking that when I put it in the drawer of doom. When I took it out to fully finish it, I've obviously decided to put everything away. So I don't have the colours to hand. I can, however, get them. I've got a feeling they're on my Instagram, so you could check on there. But if not, just reach out to me. And you can reach out on Instagram, Messenger, email at Justsewsherrie. No, it isn't. It's justsewsherrie@gmail.com. Please reach out to me. For any reason. Well, not for any reason. I can't spend my day, unfortunately, much as I would like to. I've got 15,000 emails at work to sort out. Okay, my other fully finish has been a long time waiting. And Thistle House. Come on. Thistle House by Plum Street. And I've framed this myself. So it's not perfect, you can see at the bottom. It's not a perfect line, but that is good enough for me. I'm quite chuffed with it. Now I started this. I always think of the Northeast Girls because I started it the first time. Oh, you can see it better there. The first time I went to a stitching retreat because I didn't know they existed. And I started it the first day I went. I also learned a lesson. Don't plan a start at a retreat or a stitchy day or anything like that because I can't focus enough to do it properly. So yeah, I took the whole day to put in about 6 stitches. I mean, I know I don't normally stitch a lot at retreats, but this was just a stitchy day. So it always reminds me of my Northeast Girls and boy. Just remembered because there was one boy and now there's 2 boys. So yeah, isn't that fabulous? So Thistle House by Plum Street. Chuffed. And my finish, which I am even more chuffed with, Brenda Gervais. I love fall most of all. Isn't that glorious? I have done it with all of the called for. That gem is sitting on. So I did it with all of the called for, apart from these little doodahs in the, you know, like the little seeds in the middle. What is it? Seeds? What do you call it? Oh, what do you call the middle of a flower? I know you're all screaming at us. And I profess to be a gardener. Profess, is that a word? Or have I just made that up? Might need to look that up. Sternum? No, your sternum's here. It's doesn't really matter. The bit in the middle of the flowers was meant to be done with hickory sticks, and for some reason I hadn't. I think maybe it was out of stock. So I just went and picked a brown and I chose that one. So Roxy Floss Co. This is I've got no idea what it says. Charlie Brown. He's off Snoopy, isn't he? Charlie Brown. So I did it with that. Isn't it gorgeous? I am thinking about just doing a flat finish with a little bit of poof. And I was going to show you the pattern, but Gem's lying on it. A little bit of poof and some cordon or something like that around it. And I've got a pumpkin. I've got like a chipboard pumpkin that I bought from Hobbycraft. So I'm thinking I might mount it onto there. I wonder if I get a nice, what do you call it, thumbnail off YouTube today. Some of them are well dodgy. Sarah Stitchy Spot's got it totally nailed. I mean, I could do my own. I think I know how now. How now, brown cow? I used to say that when I was at school. I don't know where my brain goes at times. It goes somewhere. Anyway, I don't know what I was talking about, so let's move on. New starts. This is a teeny new start. This is October Fibre House. October House Fibre Arts. I always get it wrong. What does it say at the top there? Friendly Blooms. And this I was planning on doing for a Smalls Exchange for Stitching London. Look, I've made a big start. I've made a really big start. Let's get a board out. So I am doing this on 32 count. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sure I got this off Linda Haddon at the Sampler Guild. Speaking of samplers and Linda, I suspect it's probably all sold out now, but the Stitching London, the sampler edition I went to in February, has just released its new dates. I think it's the 22nd of March, that weekend. I think. It will be on Instagram, on the Stitching London page, and you know, it's just email Linda, I would think, and see if there's any left. It went on, so we got like first bite of the cherry because we went last year, and because it was the first one, it was a little, we are the pioneers of Stitching London sampler. So we only got about 24 hours to sign up if we wanted to go first, and there is only 42 spaces. So definitely recommend it, highly recommend it. Bloody loved last year's, and this year's is shaping up to be just as good and better. They've got Ruthie from Crow's Feet, Michelle, Mama Loves You, Jacob, Modern Folk, Linda, all doing talks on things, so it should be fab. I'm really looking forward to it. Anyway, so this is what I was doing for the Stitching London Smalls Exchange in October, which is just a plain retreat. That's as far as I got, and I didn't get any further because I'd like to say it's a reason, but actually it's probably an excuse. I didn't have a hoop with me when I was away to make that would size. I only took a couple of me hoops that are attached to me small lap stand. I need to take some more HRT. My brain's just doing its own thing. Oh, I'm going into whips because they're beside us. New starts. This is a restart. And it is Salem Sisters Apothecary. By Primrose Cut Stitches, I should have said, for anybody who's just sitting stitching and not looking at the telly. I started this, but I didn't like it. I was doing it with an... Now, I'm confused. Well, it's not confused. I just don't know. Pearl Cottons, DMC. Does anybody know? It says sort of you've got 12 or 8. And it's the same as sort of sulky. The lower the number, the bigger the thread. But I don't know whether you call it a 12 weight like you do with sulky, or whether it's a size 12. I don't really know. Anyway, I'd started with size 8 and it looked awful. I thought it was 12 and I was thinking, this isn't right. And then I realised it wasn't a size 12 or a 12 8 that I was working with. It was an 8. And I didn't have a 12, so that must be why it started. So anyway, I got a 12 from Hobbycraft and I've restarted it. And it's It's not a horrendous little start. It's not like my last little start. So, and I'm really enjoying it now that I've got the right thread. Now this is on a 28 count by Stitch Me, 28 count Storm. I don't know where I got it from, but this is what it is. Now I'm only doing it 1/2, and the coverage, I'll bring it right in. You can see the coverage is actually really good. I think it's because it's an over dye. That's the only thing I can think. It's because it's been over dye. It's got the orange, so it must be his Vigard base. But I think that's going to come out really lovely. Be good, won't it? I can see this becoming a favourite stitch very quickly because it's a we all know I love a monochrome stitch. It's going to be easy to just pick up. I'm still not back at work yet, but I'm planning on going back. My sick note runs until the end of next week, but I'm planning on going back during the week, just for a couple of hours, to ease myself back into the wonderful world of work. Now, oh, this is embarrassing. I can't believe I even put this on my new start. Thought I had done more. So I started this at the weekend, last weekend, Mushroom Witch by Primitive Hair. Would you like to see my start? Because I don't think I can. That is my start. But you see that little one there? This little one right here. I did that at the retreat. I did a stitch. I'm not going to say I was bullied by Cross Stitch Jess, but I might have been bullied by Cross Stitch Jess to pick up my needle, pick up my fabric and put a stitch in. So I did. And this is on 40 count tin roof that I discovered because I wasn't sure what kind of fabric I had. So I took it to see if any of the girls could match it. So I'm a little bit embarrassed. I probably wouldn't have put that in if I'd realised. Now, I haven't got a picture. I need to get a picture of this. Let me have a look. So this is Hannah Atwater, and it's by Low Power Mode. Mama Loves You GB, and it was her sampler for Sampler September 2024, and there is a hashtag which is Sampler September 2024. Today's episode is yeah, I don't think I even have words for it, and now I've got me thread tangled. Hang on. I've got my thread tangled in me other threads. That's it. Pull the needle out as well. Okay, so I've just made a small start, although it's bigger than the last one. Hannah Atwater. And I'm doing this on 40 count vintage country mocha. Who does that? I don't know who does that. It's actually buys what I got. Answers on a postcard, please. So yeah, small start. Now I am doing this with a Roxy floss conversion. They did a conversion at Evertote. So it arrived quite quickly actually. Well, yeah, it took a couple of weeks. But Michelle said it's fine. She's just doing a start in September. She's not, we don't have to worry about doing it all. So I'm doing what I'm told. And I've just made a start. Happy days. That are all my new starts. Let me move them and then I'll be back. Okay, let's get back to the whips. So 24 and 24 is my October Quaker. I am feeling that I'm starting to struggle with this. And I like it. I love the flavours. I love the flavours. Of course I've changed them. Have I written them down? No. I haven't written them down. But I have changed them for these. Although I've got a problem. I mean, I've got lots of problems. But I've got a specific thread problem. Because this is not the colour I've been stitching in. This is the colour I've been stitching in, this deeper red. I need to find this, wherever this is, somewhere in my house. Because it's not that. So yes, I've switched them for 922 and 371 and a mystery red that I don't know what it is yet. And this is as far as I am in October. And we've only got what? 3 days till October. I can't see me finishing this in time for the 1st. Which is a shame because I really love this. I really love the colours. And I've done a bit on it. I think I'd finished off this. I hadn't done all of this. And I've come down here and done the yellow. This is one of them Quakers that there's nothing sort of geometric about it when you're stitching it. So yeah, that's as far as I am on October. I'm starting to feel me momentum wane a little. Oh, I've just remembered I've got another giveaway, haven't I? This one. Totally forgot. So I've got this one. So I will hop off here, pull the winner, and hop back on for the when we do the giveaway. Can't believe I forgot that. Okay, so this is In Nature by Blueberry Ridge. Blueberry Ridge, because that's not hard to say, is it? Which is my sober stitch. I started it the day I celebrated 12 years sobriety. Massive, massive thank you to everybody who reached out and said congratulations and stuff. Like I say, it's the hardest thing I've ever done. Yeah. 12 years. I couldn't even do 12 hours in the beginning. It was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. So I haven't done much more on this, but I have done a little bit. So I've put this little flower in. Near my stomach. Actually, you might not because I haven't got my microphone on. And I've done a couple of more lines of the purple and I've started to put the pink in of the dragonfly. So I haven't done very much. And I'm doing this on 20 count cream and sugar by Fibre on a Whim, I think. And I'm doing it all, with all the called for. I definitely need to start, and I haven't taken my HRT, for a couple of weeks. So my brain's not functioning at its very finest. Plus I'm taking extra painkillers, which won't help. Violet. Week's Dye Works Violet I am doing the dragonfly in. This is a fab variegated colour. If you're after a variegated purple, highly recommend this. Highly recommend. Get me. Make people bloody listen to me. I think some people do though, and that's truly terrifying. This one, I have done not very much in it, but I wanted to get it out mainly to show you, because I've just done a couple of lines, but we haven't seen her for a while. And I think part of the thing with YouTube, I like to see different patterns, you see. I love Garon Stitchery because they go through all the patterns they've got in the shop. And I used to just sit with a notepad and pen. I haven't watched them for a couple of months because I've got no resistance at all, none whatsoever. So anyway, this is Nora Corbett, Evanora. And I've mentioned before, now I'm sure it was Shirley who is the Crazy Cat Lady or something like that on Instagram. She brought the finish of this to one of the retreats. It is spectacular. It's not, this just looks like it's all black and stuff. It's not. The reality, it's all beaded, and the Karen Water lilies are like these sort of droopy bits. These droopy bits. Evanora and her droopy bits. These are all done in Karen Water lilies. You're sorry. Anyway, it is fabulous. Sorry. No, I am doing this on. Come on, Sherrie. Be professional. Just be professional, please. There we are. I am doing this on Fruit Salad by Sophie Stitchy Ferret, which is a fabulous, fabulous piece of fabric. And I can't remember where I got this from, but I think there's quite a few needle minder sellers that I've got them. So all I've done is a couple more, well, I've done about 3 or 4 more rows on this. But I just wanted to show you. So these these droopy bits, yeah, these are the ones that I've done in Karen Water lilies. And then it's got all beads and sparkles. I had a little bit of a moment when I realised, because I've done this on, it's 20 count. And obviously Nora's mainly on 32 count, so I had a bit of a wobble when I got in touch with Jess. Well, I just texted sort of in the group we've got, but Jess is the bead queen. And if you haven't seen her Tangled Fire, hop over onto Cross Stitch Jess on Instagram. It's fabulous. I've seen it in person. It is incredible. Did you just see it? So I was having a little panic that the beads wouldn't fit on, and she said, "Oh, I wouldn't worry." She says, "Because you can just fudge it, and if push comes to shove, you can get the petite beads, like the little tiny beads." So I'm feeling better about it. Just reassured us. Right, how much have I done on this? This is my patchwork calendar by Owl Forest Embroidery that you have seen a gazillion times before. And I am up to November. And this is where I am on November. So I'd done a little bit of this top, and I just, I put the bird in because I was admiring the bird. So I've put some more in, started to put are they flowers? Yeah, it looks like they're their flowers. Oh, that's it. Have you ever seen? And bear in mind that the colours are always muted on Flosstube. So I've done the flowers, I've done another little birdie, I've come around and come all the way down here. I'm going to do some of this up today. Yeah. I'm starting to slow down a little bit with this because I just don't want it to end. And this is it in the entirety. Sometimes I just have no words. And I'm doing it on 40 count Bally Slippers by Fox and Rabbit with all the called for from Owl Forest Embroidery. I would recommend, because they do two types of thread. They do a cheapy Russian thread or wherever it comes from, which are the ones I've got, or they do the over-dyed DMC. I would definitely... They're fine, and I've stitched it and you can see it's beautiful. But yeah, I'm getting to the end of my tether with the knotty threads. So if you can afford the DMC ones, I would recommend doing it. This one, Buttons and Beads by I was going to say Hillcross. Mill Hill. This episode today was brought to you by the menopause. And I've done a little bit more. So I've done more of the black of this side and come down here. And I've done a bit more of the fill-in along here. I'm a little bit frustrated with this because I seem to be on it for ages. And it doesn't look like I've got any progress done. And I have. Oh, and I've come further down here as well. Yeah, Jem, if you wouldn't mind, I would really like you to scratch all over my new threads. If you could, that would be good. So, yes, this is going to be fabulous when it's done. I've got... I do think it's going to be fabulous. Fabulous. I'm doing the zips as I go because I haven't got my microphone on, so hopefully it will be fine. And this one is Evelyn Sear that I got off my lovely friend Alison. So this is from the Cruel Goblin. Yeah, I think we've been through this before, haven't we? I'm sure it's Cruel Goblin is the company in Australia, and it's by Hobby Needlework Press. So I've already done the pin packet pocket. Say that once you've had a few. And I am doing it on 36 count summer khaki. Yeah, that is what I got. So I've done quite a bit because I had only just started here. Massive thank you to Melody and all for telling me I hadn't done I haven't finished off the U and I hadn't done the V. I would have cracked on with that, I would never have noticed it, I don't think. So massive thank you for telling me. I have now put them in. And I had just started here. So basically I've done all of this line. I have then come down here. We've now got some very lovely 1/1. And I'm doing this with the MPI silks that came with the kit. And it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. Or is it improvement follows industry always? Something like that, it says. She was obviously a very studious young lady. Yeah. So our Evelyn. I've got some nice little 1/1. I've started to do these. That was when I got hacked off. So I'm doing a little bit of the 1/1 and then the flowers. I don't mind doing the 1/1. Like stitching wise, that doesn't faze me. It's just the length of time it takes. You're on an hour, and obviously you've only done half of what it would normally look like you've done, which doesn't make sense because it'll take you the same amount of time. No, I think it's because it's not like it doesn't look as big enough. I'm giving up on words. I am giving up on words. Right, where does that belong? God knows. And I wonder why I lose things. Oh, now I don't remember stitching on this. But it was in me thingy pile. So I'll show you anyway. So Jardin Privé. I do like Jardin Privé. Lady Halloween. AKA, it's the turtle. The turtle looks like this if you haven't seen her. She looks just like this with her beautiful curly red hair. So I'm doing this colourway. And I'm doing it on .36 count parchment. That is what I got. So I think I got to about here. I think I've done this, the K, the L, and then I've come down here and done all this. And I'm pretty sure I've put in 2 doobies. That's an official word, doobie. It's a professional word. You might not know it. It's fine. And I'm doing this 1/2. It's fab, isn't it? It's going to have the wow factor, I think, when it's done. I think it'll have the wow factor. So whether I've done any or not. No, I have. I've definitely done some. I have. You heard my sigh there, didn't you? Apologies, I had to pop to the bathroom. So, yes, the big sigh. You're not going to believe this. I mean, you probably will. But I can't believe this. Away we ride. Can you remember in the beginning? In the beginning, I lost my threads. The only thread I had was onyx that I had from something else, and I had a random garden gate. So I started. I then ordered more threads from Rachel, which I got within a day or 2. So I started. I then found the original threads. Away we ride. I've lost my threads again. I don't know where they are. I thought I'd done more on this, maybe I haven't. But I don't care, because I think you would want to know anyway about me debacle with the threads. So now I'm going to have to go back to the original threads and wonder where the hell the threads I was using have gone to. I just don't know. Now I'm stitching this with Sally, who is Flossie Sews and Grows, Rachel, who's the Talking Dog Stitcher, and Lauren, who's Flossabilities. Nobody's ever going to ask me to do a sell with them ever again, because I just have all these traumas along the way. So if anybody comes across me threads for Away We Ride, I mean, the sooner this is done and gone, the better. Because I don't think my witchy instinct is saying, you don't need to do this, Sherrie. This isn't for you to do. I was thinking, have I found them? But I haven't. These are my garden gate, that Peg and... oh my goodness. Rebecca. Rebecca, I'm so sorry. And she's been with me since the beginning. So that Peg and Rebecca very, very kindly sent over, because we cannot get hold of it in the UK for love nor money. So I've still got some Garden Gate, which was the one I couldn't find. What is the trauma with me and me bloody threads at the moment? So, and this one was the giveaway I forgot about. So, Quaker Snowflakes by Hello from Liz Matthews. I love this. I love this, I love this, I love this. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't it fabulous? So I'm doing it on, is it Lyrebird? Yeah, Lyrebird Dell, 36 count. And I'm just doing it with, I think it's 35-200, I think. So I've done some more doobies up here, them professional doobies again. This bigger motif here, and this motif here, and these little doobies here. So I've done quite a bit on this. And I started going down here, and I had to frog this twice. So that was when I'd finished doing this. So she has been in timeout for a small amount of time. We'll get her out soon. And you know, we'll come to an understanding, hopefully, that we don't do. I don't want to go to Frogland here again. I've been a couple of times. It's like anywhere when you go on holiday. Like, after you've been a few times, you want to go somewhere else, don't you? Actually, to be fair, I've been back to Greece, to a place in Crete twice. And I would have gone back again, but it's closed. I'm gutted. The lady who owns it died, unfortunately. And she was a fabulous lady, Keela. She was from Finland. And she was just a wonderful woman. Really inspiring. This one is my last one. It is my Hands Across the Sea, Sarah Fletcher. And I'm stitching this with my international friend Patty for her birthday. And I met Patty at the Jingle Ball 2021. And me, Patty and Rita from Holland have stayed quite close, and we meet up once a month for a stitchy Zoom. And it's lush. It's really, really, really lush that you can connect through this and get real friendships from it. Because, you know, I've said before, it's a bit of a solo sport, isn't it? So, where's me board for this? Get me board out. There we are. So, I have done quite a bit on this. I'm still continuing just putting a couple of these doobies in. Every time I like put my hoop, because my hoop only catches 2 or 3, and it's frustrating. I don't want to use a length of thread for 2 or 3 of these doobies. So anyway, every time I get a thread for the main bit that correlates with the doobies, then that's what I do. I was going to point at it on the I was going to point at it on the screen. So, you know, can I just enlarge it? Let's see if I can just get it a little bit bigger for you. I did that once when I was outside. I was in I was up in the Northumberland Hills, and I went like that to draw to get what I was seeing bigger. Dear me. There's a Justsewsherrie. There you go. Justsewsherrie live in the wild. So I've finished these 2 because one was missing his little innards and one was missing his outers. So I've done that, and I have come down here and finished the bottom of the basket. I have done all around here. However, I've still got to go back because what she very kindly did was offset. So I'm going to have to, you know how you would start on a thread that where the vertical thread goes over the horizontal thread. I hope you liked my action, because I'm sure that's helped you figure out what I was talking about. So it means that I'll have to go off and go on the thread where it goes under. So I'm going to have to be careful, because that's when you can slip and lose your threads, especially if you do it too tight. Or in my experience, that's what tends to happen. So yeah, I've done around here, but I need to go back and do the offset. I have started the 1/1 for her name. And then I frogged the A because I thought it was wrong. It turns out it's not wrong. It's this A that's wrong. I think I'm just going to fudge it and leave it, because basically, I think you can see this. This is too high. You see how it's higher than the R. So I could just leave it, and it's I don't suppose anybody would ever notice. But you know, when you get that perfection sort of, no, it needs to be right, it needs to be right. So I'm busy battling with my inner conscience at the moment. This, I'd like to know what this is. So I've finished this. Have a look at it. What is it? What the bloody hell is it? At first I thought it was some sort of a moth, or maybe a butterfly. I don't know. I don't know what it is. And I've done this bird, and I've started, you can see I've started doing these flowers down below. I don't want to do right to the end, because the pattern is driving me mad. It's, obviously I've just shown you it. So you've only got strips of the pattern on there's 10 pages with an amount of pattern like this on. So it's really, really difficult. I've actually used the photo to count the doobies. Oh, for God's sake. As well, but because I can't count it on the fabric, I need to put some more of these in to count the board, make sure that the border, to make sure I go far enough down, basically. So although I've done my usual of going right across and right down, this is right down, I think. I'm not sure if there's any more that needs to go. According to my counting, that should be it. But I'm not convinced, because there's quite a bit of this to go in. So that's why I haven't gone right to the bottom, is because I'm just not sure. But this is glorious. I'm doing it with the 103s Verissoir on 36 count Winter Moon 1/2. It's beautiful. And it's beautiful to stitch with. I wonder if I can get it in really close. It's very slightly prim. This is going to be... I'll probably get this framed professionally as well, because of where the border is. It's going to need to be straight to... Yeah, it's going to need to be straight, is basically what I was saying. God, we're on 8 o'clock now. I talk way too much. I mean, this will be a longer one anyway, because I haven't been thingy for a fortnight. So that is all my stitching. I have now got my gifts and the giveaways. Now, feel free obviously to hop through the gifts and just go to the giveaways results. So I'm going to go and grab a cup of tea. I will be a nanosecond. Okay, on to the gifts. I've got me cup of tea. Me cup of tea. And yeah, so from the de-stash table, I did get a stand, but I haven't got it here, and I got this, Bringing Good Cheer. Now I have got this, so why did I buy it again? Well, for a giveaway. So I will start this for Christmas. I bought this because my Grandad Joe would have always said, let's have a cup of cheer at Christmas. We'll have a cup of cheer. So yeah, I will possibly, maybe give it to me mum once I've stitched it. I'll see. I will see. And I was gifted this Lucy Beam, right up my alley, and I don't have it. Now it was gifted by, I think, Teresa. I am so sorry, Teresa, or if it's not your name, please give me a nudge or a kick, a very hard kick. Yeah, last weekend feels like a lifetime ago. So yeah, I was very kindly gifted that. She says, I had this and thought of you. And I don't know whether that's definitely not a compliment, isn't it not? To be fair, I was on a work call, a Zoom call, and it was with, we were doing this course, so I had nobody on this course with me that I knew. And the guy says, okay, what can you tell me about intention? What does it mean? What's intention? And I pipes up, bearing in mind, nobody knows me. I pipes up with, well, it's the difference between murder and manslaughter, isn't it? Yeah. he says. That, yeah. And at that point I'm thinking, I said that out loud. I can't believe I said that out loud. So some things I say and I don't realise what I've said. And there's other things I say and I think, oh, maybe shouldn't have said that. So these are things, I will work backwards. These are things I got at the retreat. I got, Rachel had all her threads there. So I got cottage blue, faded rose. That's really pretty. Muddy puddle. I think I got a couple of them actually. Sticks and twigs. Timber. I didn't get, this has got a real lovely green to it. You can't really see it there. Oh yeah. Can you see? It's got lovely green and brown. Perfect for any sort of, maybe like a fir tree. It would be lovely, wouldn't it? Like a Christmas fir tree. I didn't buy these for any other reason than I was just drawn to them. So, tin bucket. We all need a tin bucket. Driftwood. And another driftwood. Why did I get two? It's really fab. The variegation. I don't know if you can see. There, that's not too bad. It's beautiful. The variegation in it. That's gentle art. I should have said, look, to be fair, if you put the title in of what I've said, it'll come up. Oh, and I got another cottage blue. I obviously like that as well. So they can all get put away now. I then looked at her cottage threads. You know. Papa. I got two of those. I love blues and browns together. And I got two of these. Moth. Aren't these wonderful? And I've already got one of these, but I got another one so that I could do a monochrome stitch, maybe. So, and I've got to start off. India, is that what it says? Was there another doof I'd just gone? Deux, un, deux. Yeah, un, deux, trois. I've already got some of this, I'm sure. And this, I was done, and then I just kept going back and back and back. And this is gorgeous. Beautiful. Then I got Halloween frill, because I've got the tiny town, but I haven't got the frill, obviously. I was going to say I wouldn't have bought it, but I would, because sometimes I buy two things to give away. So that is that. October House Fibre Arts. I got Deck the Halls, the Queen Bee, and the Itch to Stitch. Now I got these specifically because it's in the car, so I need to go and grab it. I got some, fabric. Actually, I'll go and grab it. So I've grabbed it. I got a jelly roll from Sophie. I kept going back a time and time. Look close so you can see it. Look at those. and these finish with them. These pillows are perfect. I'm sizing it up like it's the same. It's not, but use these to finish these into the little sausage things. Sausage things? Oh dear me. And the main reason I got it was because I thought it would suit my Rachel bird down to the ground. Let's see if I can. Let me see. That's pretty perfect, isn't it? Just the really rich colours. Let's see if the browns do as well. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Oh God. How am I going to choose what colours to finish it with? Because I want it's some sort of a hall hanging. A wall hanging. Dear me. I got this little beauty, Flossabilities, our Lauren and Sam. I might start this actually. Oh, another new start. I know, but I want it. Oh, I got this off the D-sash table as well. Therese. Yeah, it is Teresa because I bought this off her as well. Oh, phew! I think I got it right. So I got this, which was only £2. Brenda Gervais. I would have paid more for it. I should have told her that at the time. Yeah, that's it called. The Cat and the Moon. Not often you see a Brenda Gervais on a D-stash table in the UK. I got Pumpkin Fair. I love this. Now I've got Honey Fair and I started it, but it's more, I thought it was going to be an easy little stitch, but actually the pattern in here is much more difficult. So anyway, I do like that one. We will see how far I get with it. Another Flossability, the winter pillow. I'm giving in. The winter pillow from Lauren. And look at this, the Queen of Thread by Steph at Lindy Stitches. I'd like to do that as well. Too many. I've got too many. Primrose Cottage. Oh, I've just seen one on the back that I need to get. I don't think I've got that. The honeybee basket. Rachel. And another Primrose Cottage. Be happy. I need to check because I bought them all. And it was the other day I was sort of caught my eye on them thinking, I wonder if I've already got that. So I need to check my stash and see if I've already got that. And I got C is for Cat from Primitive Hair. And I also got this. Oh. Trying to get the price tag off. No, never mind. Marley. So, Isabella from Primitive Hair has got a series of these, and I think the first is Scrooge. So me and Rachel are thinking about doing, we both got this. So we are thinking about doing our next sale because our Christmas rules will be finished on the 1st of December, won't it, Rachel? So we need another one. So we're thinking about starting the first one in the series of this, which is, I think it's the title of the film Rachel was in. So it's, well, Scrooge, isn't it? So yeah, a sale that is coming basically. So add on your hat, and it'll start on the 1st of December once we finish our Christmas rules. So if you want to join in, that would be absolutely lovely. Really would be lovely. I've never properly hosted a sale. Too frightened. In case people just go, nah, I don't really want much to do with you, Sherrie. And I'm sure there is plenty of those as well. So I then got, can you remember when I went to Cedar River Linen, which was Sammy Sharp and Edita Albright's fault, all their fault, because Edita had done one of Sammy's samplers on the red fabric. Anyway, Edita said, I need some more, and I was like, oh, well, we can go half as on postage. So we did, and we both got the same. So we got the red, what's it called? Red Cedar 40 count. So I've already got a piece of this, but it's in 36 count. So this is the red cedar, and it is much more rich. Oh, that's not a bad. That's a pretty good likeness. It's like a really rich, well, like rust colour maybe. Glorious, 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 glorious. And I got this one, and this was the one that Edita had wanted, Maple Bar. Because what I did, you won't be surprised at this. I figured if it arrives, because I was ordering it, if it arrives at my house and I look and think, well, I want that one. You know, like when you get to a restaurant and you think, everyone's food comes and there's always someone else's you want better. So I figured that I would want it anyway. So I just got the same as Edita, just in case. So this is Maple Bar. Now it is a much more of a sandy colour. Can't get blowing out. This colour in here is more what it is in reality. Now it looks, on the website, it looks quite dark. And I was telling Edita yesterday, it's not. It's not. It doesn't, to me, look like the same colour. This is much lighter. So, Edita, I'll have to get in touch with her and see. Coffee stain, I think, might be the future. So that's some red cedar linen. I also got a whole hunk of Silver Moon. Remember, I said I was ordering Silver Moon because I loved Winter Moon so much. And I said it would be interesting to see the difference between Winter Moon and Silver Moon. So this is Silver Moon. It is like it was well named, very well named, because it's like a bluey, grey, silvery. This is Winter Moon. So there's a huge difference. I didn't expect it to be such a big difference, but there is. It's gorgeous, this. It really is lovely. I got it, I don't know if I told you, Willow Fabrics. And it's like, I was hoping it would become a staple, but like Winter Moon and Parchment, they're the two that I'm usually drawn to. So I got a good chunk of that. And I also got Lavender. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Lavender. And this is on a 32 count. So this is for Princess Eliana. Though me Mirabilia, when I start her, see, it's darker than it's shown up there. That sort of colour there is what colour it is. That's pretty true. So I got that for Princess Eliana. I got this. This is the Jeanette Douglas spool from the Big Stitch. They didn't have enough when I ordered it, so they did another order and I got my hands on it. Isn't it gorgeous? It is so soft to touch. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then, now I think this, yes, this was 1, 2, 3 stitch, and it was because that I was after a pattern. You know, you have to have the notify me, and it comes in. So it came in, and you always think, I'm not going to order something from 1, 2, 3 stitch and just get one pattern. That's never going to happen. So I had to order a few. So heartstring samplery, for the love of stitching. Yeah, for the love of stitching. I love this. This spoke to my heart, especially now at the moment. I'll read it out in a sec. So this is the Piece Band Sampler. And it says, oh, I've been smiling, dreaming about the world as one, and I believe it someday it's going to come. We could do with some peace, couldn't we? This was the one that I was waiting for. If I can get it the right way up, I'll show you it. Ghoul Tidings by Plum Street. Now this was, I saw this on Instagram, a lady had it, and she was destashing it, only I missed it. I was gutted. So I had to go to 1, 2, 3 stitch and find it. And this one, I've been waiting for this for a long time. Mojo Stitches Flutterby. Isn't that just so delicate? Reminds me of I did this embroidery. Only stupid me carried, so it's definitely not a perfect embroidery, but I do love it. And it just reminds me of that delicate. And this Autumn Biscornu pack. By Works by ABC. Never heard of them. Works by ABC. Really pretty. That's my tummy again. And then, yes, there's more. There is more. I had made a order to Evertote for the Roxy floss, and I wasn't going to get something from Canada without making it worth me while, wasn't I not? Look at this. Isn't that fabulous? I think that this is 40 count French hen. Yeah, it's shown quite true here. It's a real chocolate, basically. It's a real chocolate colour. I think this with like a parchment kind of thread, ecru, like something on the cream colourway, maybe like a light toffee. I just think it'll look fabulous. But I like my negative stitches. My dad came into my house a few weeks ago and I've got my Quaker sisters up on the wall, and one of them's white with the blue and the other one's grey with the white. And he looked and he says about the grey one, and he says, did you run out of thread? I said, no, I meant to be. Oh, right. Was what I got. Don't think he likes the negative one. Didn't work for him. Jeanette Douglas. Flowers for you. And of course, use that bloody gorgeous red cedar linen. And I got this. I have been after this for a long time. I've just never gotten round to getting it. So Sew Me Sarah and Stitchy Spot Sarah both did a thread a day, I think, for both of these, but I could be wrong. So Real Comfort by Modern Folk Embroidery. And also I Am No Bird. I'd like to maybe try the 1 thread a day. I know Sarah Stitchy Spot does 2 threads a day. You see, my thread a day kind of is usually my patchwork calendar, because I'll do it before work, before I start work for an hour. I always get a little bit done on that. So maybe once that's finished, it might go to my pre-work stitch. Maybe. And yeah, there's only one more though. Yeah, there is only one more. So this is half my market order. Poor Rachel has been messed about by one of her suppliers. So apparently she's reliably informed that she will receive everything on Monday and get the rest out sort of during the week. But in the meantime, I got some things. Hang on to your hat. Look at these. I should have opened them maybe. The detail is just fabulous. So these are primitive hair pins. There's no name on them, but they're the Halloween ones. They are the British ones, so Crown, ER, but of course that's Queen Elizabeth Regina, and the Union Jack. I'm not sure if this is Shakespeare. Look at them. And again, I'm not sure if that's Emily Bronte. I need to check. I'll check and put them across the bottom. And then these are from Puntini. Aren't they gorgeous? 2 little socks and a wreath. And look at these, man. Look at them. Teeny little buttons. So I got all the pins. This was by Puntini as well. Halloween Biscornio Triangle I'm going to start these. I've just decided. I've made a decision. I'm going to start these. Didn't I say I was starting something else as well? I'm sure I did. I got, where's the third one? I thought I got 3 of these. Blackbird stockings. So, Lovers in the Air by the Chimney with Care. I'm assuming by the Chimney is maybe December ones. Oh no, for January. 3 stockings for January. These will form the base of my 25 and 25. So this year I did the 12 monthly Quakers. So these are going to be my 12. They're going to be the base. So I'll be gathering them all in. I got Gillyflower, October House Fibre Arts. That's one of the ones I kept looking at. And then eventually, Heart in Hand. Maker. And I got 2. So 1 for a giveaway. Oh, I missed some pins. Puntini. Halloween pins. Cat, a bat, and not sure if it's a crow or a rook or a raven. And I bought this. This isn't needlework market. So it's just another one of the Blackbird designs. It's one of the autumn ones. Let's see what I can show you. There's a little... Oh, I mean, it shows you them all on the front. This one here, this is what I'm thinking about doing with me when the leaves fall. That sort of finish and then putting it on something. And that is that. Giveaway. I forgot where we're going to next. Go to the giveaway. Right, I'll have a little breather. I'd forgotten how much it takes it out of me doing the longer ones. So anyway, come on, Sherrie, get a grip. Giveaways, I've said that 3 times now, haven't I? Let's get on with the giveaways. So the first one was a chart from Mama Loves You GB from Michelle to celebrate my 3,000. I am a fraction off 3,500 now, which seems crazy. Yeah, thank you. So the person who won that was, and I know this lass, and I've forgotten her name. I'm blaming the menopause. I blame the menopause for everything, don't I? It's great. And then when I'm older, I'll just blame dementia, and that'll be great as well. So the winner of the pattern from Michelle is the Cheshire Stitcher. Oh, can you see that? It's very bright, is it? There, that's better. So she said, what a lovely way to spend a wet and windy Sunday morning. I'm so glad I watched. Your cat won with highlighter on. First of all, I'd leave it as if you had not said anything about the 2 colours on the back stitch. I would never have known. I'm probably not alone. And second, the highlighter should come out if you give it a wash. I've done things like that in the past and it worked for me. Happy stitching. Thank you very much. So the second one was from the one that I forgot, and nobody kicked me. Come on, lasses, I rely on you lot, like keeping us right. Melody, where are you? I need you here to organise my life. So the second one was a sneaky little giveaway that I put at the end of my 1 year whip parade, and I deliberately used a word that wouldn't be out of place in a sentence, so that you had to have gotten to the end of the whip parade to enter. So yeah, I can be a little bit sneaky like that if I want to reward the people who really yeah, it is a reward for getting through. It was over 2 hours, wasn't it? It was horrendous. It was long, really long. Anyway, the word was glad, and the winner, it was for Liz Matthews, Quaker Snowflakes, and the thingy was glad, that I took out of Glad Tidings, and the winner is Cheryl Middleton. So Cheryl Middleton 2442. Congratulations on your 12-year sobriety. I'm very proud of you and so pleased for you, Sherrie. My husband celebrated his 17-year sobriety this past February, so I know the joy you are feeling as he feels it too. It's an amazing accomplishment, Sherrie, so be proud of it. Like you, my husband talks about his recovery, and for a few years he went to the rehab centre and gave talks to new people just beginning their journey. He loved doing that. We're both very happy for you. Thank you for sharing your celebration of 12 years. You are right. If just one person hears you, then you've made a difference. One more soul rejoin the joyful right to live in life fully. You're the best. Love your Flosstube and always look forward to them, Sherrie. Mama always said if you had faith in yourself, you can accomplish anything. God bless you, sweet girl. Oh, Cheryl. Thank you. And well done, Cheryl's 17 years. Can I just say, I don't know whether he watches this, Cheryl, but tell him thank you for his example. I'm always grateful for the ones who came before me, because they had to have for me to be able to go. So hugely grateful. And the last one, which did I forget about? I think I did. That's right. It was when I was just doing it a couple of hours ago. It's been tough this morning getting through this. The extra pills don't help, definitely. So it was my sober stitch that had started my 12 years sobriety, in Nature by Blueberry Ridge, and the winner for that was Adele Cottam 8106. So Adele Cottam 8106, and she said, your stitches are all beautiful. You make me want to stitch them all. Congratulations, Mama and Faith. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. If you can contact me on justsewsherrie@gmail.com or over on Instagram or by Messenger. I don't go on to Facebook anymore. I haven't done for quite a while now. But I do still use the Messenger, like the chat on Messenger. So you can get me that way. So I won't be able to add new friends. It's just occurred to me. But all you need to do, I think, is text me once and I can accept, if that makes sense. Who knows? I'm sure I was going to say something else. I always say that at the end. Like, I'm sure I was going to say something. What else was I going to say? Who knows? Who knows? It's gone. Could be gone forever. So, final thought for today. I haven't really chosen this with anybody in mind specifically. I just read it and liked it. So Albert Einstein said to us, Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Bye for now.